Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, so we want to continue the effort that we paused in the last session. Let me see. Let's search for all cmake files. Can we list that? Target, link, libraries. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we have channels MD. Okay, so we're still looking at fixing some stuff here. Include directories. Directories. Okay, so this one is wrong. Interface. This one should be called Z, right? Z. This one should be called Z. Vegas. Okay. Mangler lib. Should be Z. Mangler test. Let's name it Z Mangler test. Here we have another one. Z. Z plugin, pluglib. Okay. Okay, that might be all. Let's see, we forgot anything here. This looks good. Yeah. Yeah. This should be Z Vegas. Yeah. Benchmark. I think that should be Z benchmark. No. It's a stub. Z Vegas. Okay, Z compress. Yeah. Okay. Z common. There we go. Oof. Oh, why is it doing that? I paste and then it changes indentation. It makes no sense. Okay. Oof. Browser dispatch win. What is that thing? Browser dispatch. That. Browser dispatch. Z profile. Okay. Oh, hold on. Word builder. We are here. We enter generals. Well, yeah, maybe it should use the 0-hour stuff. Yeah. Set profile. G. Okay. Set. Okay. Yeah, curious if that will install, will compile. Let's see. Probably will be some errors. Yeah. Okay, while we wait for that, let's go to github.com. So there is topic here in discussions, code formatting. We need to get the grip on how we go with the formatting. Okay, so maybe we should open another Visual Studio with Sime. This one. Because I did have a bunch of observations there. Let's open a new notepad. Okay, let's say Clang Clang-format pain points as experienced with Thime, with the Thime cmake setup. Okay, so I hope I will find everything. This one looks a bit stuck here. Okay, it's still compiling. That's good. Okay, so what are we concerned about? Well, it looks like it first needs to load here. It's stuck right now. Everything is slow. Yeah. Anything interesting here? Good. Did it load? Did it fail? It failed. Okay. Cannot open include file. Oof. Okay. What does it fail with? Oof. Okay, so it doesn't find a path. For that game engine. That game engine. Here. Okay, let's look at game engine. This looks fine. This looks fine. What is the problem? Cannot open include file. Mass. Game engine include. ZZ Vegas. It is 0 hour. Oh, what did we break? Oof. Oof. It's probably something simple, but I don't see it right now. Okay, so it cannot find this mass include directory. Game engine. This one, right? Was it not that? Building game engine. Game engine, yeah. So should be building this one here, this guy. And we do have Z Vegas here. And this is Vegas. This is Vegas. WW mass. Yeah. Aha. I see the problem. Here. Maybe one of the problems. Here. This one should be called like that. There we go. That was sneaky. Let's try again. Yeah, so one problem in Sime, let's see. Let's go to some class that has a constructor. This one. This one. Yeah. So basically here the problem is, let's take a copy of this. Yeah. So this is how it is formatted. And then what happens if we put here an if condition, and then put here end if. And then we go to tools, options, save, code cleanup. Let's do control. How do we format? Oof. Format. Where's the key binding? Where's the key binding for formatting? Format selection. Keyboards. There we go. Format. Format selection. Format dot selection. No? Format documents. Man. Here, format selection. There you go. Okay, Alt F. Alt F. Okay, let's try Alt F. What? Oh, I didn't press Alt F. There we go. Okay, that actually worked. Oof. Okay, how about we move the condition here? Here. There was one condition when we placed it somewhere, it totally screwed things up. I think, let's see. I think like this one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically, so if we have this kind of thing, then if we would format it, so if this one was formatted, then it would show up as if condition, then it would put the comma here and the end if here, like this. Yeah, so I think that's not the way to go. The way this should be formatted is, so let's say so this is bad, this is better. Better would be, so we have the comma is here, it's removed here, and then the comma goes here. There we go. And this one goes here. This is the way it should be formatted. Bad. Better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's our first pitfall with the Clang format here in Cime. Okay, let's see. It's compiling. Okay, that's good. So then next, what else do we not like? Let's see. We don't like we don't like this kind of stuff here. So here we have the parameter packing is like this, and here's the parameter packing is different. Right? Let's see if, I think there are 4 variants altogether of how it can pack. Let's just, yeah, let's go with this sample here. It would be nice to have like a sample with all 4. There's one more variation, but what was it? So there's this one, there's this. I think there is one other variation, but I can't recall what it was. Yeah, anyway, let's take a copy of this one. I say, okay, so this is constructor initializer. So this is argument packing. Argument packing. Okay, so Sime does this one here. So this is class, right? Class. And so it packs it like this, yeah. And so this is bad. So this is let's say CPP. Let's make this less confusing. My class. I said my and typed max. So this is my class, and the way it should actually look. So this is better. Sime has 3 or 4 argument packing variations depending on the length of the line. Sime has 3 or 4 argument packing variations for functions and function calls. For function declarations and function calls, depending on the length of the line. This is not good. This is not good because it presents too many kinds of variations. Too many kinds of variations. Here, so this is packing variant 1, packing variant 2, and here we have packing variant 3. Better settle on 2 packing variants only. So what I suggest doing is, yeah, like this. Settle on 2 packing variants with consistent indentation for arguments. So this would be packing variant 1 here. And this is now packing variant 2. And this one is the same. Yeah. Okay. And the same exists for variables. Oh, we got another error. Let's see. Cannot open file. Game engine debug. Game engine debug. Channels. Okay. Game engine debug. So we're building generals D. Z generals. Okay. Let's see. Generals. So we are building this guy? Yeah. So what is the problem? Game engine debug. Oof. Fatal error. Cannot open file. Game engine debug. Game engine debug. Where's that? Where's game engine debug? It must be part of this one here. Game engine debug cannot open file. Ah, is this a pragma? Pragma comment lib maybe, right? Let me see. Yeah. Let's remove this one here. Yeah, here. Pragma comment lib game engine debug. There we go. Okay. So game engine debug, Z game engine. Z game engine. Let's search for that guy. Okay, Z game engine. And so that one needs to do game engine debug. Yeah. Game engine. Okay, and then we say game engine. Why don't we move this here to the top? Yeah. Okay, so I suspect that this will work now. Yeah. And then G game engine. Then we also take this guy and put that here. There we go. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. Then next step here. Let's look at some code in here where we see some ugly okay, so here we have the case where it puts it like this. Yeah. Let's find some long function calls. Let's make it a bit larger so you can see it better. We're looking at some long as function calls. Strangely, when it's so large, I have trouble seeing it. I need it to be smaller. Okay, one more problem is let me take a screenshot of this one. Yeah. Then we do paint. Yeah, cut it. Okay. And then we drop it in here. So this is leading white space, spaces used for indentation. Yeah, let's make this larger. There we go. Okay. Okay, then we add to our document here spaces, indentation spaces. Sime uses 4 spaces as indentation. I argue that leading indentation should always be tabs, because this allows the user to configure the tab size in his text editor. Some user may prefer 2 characters, 2 character wide indentation, while another user may prefer 4 characters. Some uses 4 spaces as indentation. I recommend that leading indentation is made with tabs. Because this allows the user to configure the tab size in his text editor. Some users may prefer 2 character wide indentation, while another user may prefer 4 characters. Yeah. Okay, that's my note on the indentation spaces. Let's see about the compilation. Still running. That's good. Okay, that's another pain point. Although personally I'm fine with 4 spaces, but yeah, it's I think tabs would be more versatile. Let's the user choose. Yeah. Okay. There is more. I'm looking for some big function calls. Let's see if we can find something. Some long ass function calls. Let's see. DDS file maybe. No. Game logic. Yeah, this one here is also inconvenience. I would say. Well, it's okay. Dereferencing null pointer. Huh. Yeah, let's just take this as an example here. Density, codes, density, time, Clang-format uses here the code uses compacted scopes which condense the compacted scopes which condense the code. This makes the code more difficult to look at because everything is so tightly packed together. It also greatly mismatches the formatting of the original EA source code, which presents much better spacing, which presents the code with much more generous spacing, easing the work on the eyes. CPP. So that's better. So my suggestion is it should be like that. There we go. Look at nice spacing. Because then you can really see like, there's the scope, there the starts, there it ends. I mean, I guess it's a matter of taste. Like there are people who like it all dense. But for me, when I look at this here, let's make it smaller, larger. Yeah. If I look at this here, it's much more pleasing to look at than this mess, because everything is so dense. So you need to look very careful. Aha, the condition starts here, and then I look here. There's already the next condition. It's so dense. Here, when you look at this, it's really easy to see. Aha, this belongs to this thing. Okay, here's the next block, and the spacing allows your eyes to see the structure more clearly. Whereas here, it's just one fat block down here. This one especially. This one is a bit easier to look at because it's a bit easier in structure, but this one is dense. And this one is much easier because here you see, aha, here we have the if, here it ends, and then here we have 3 else ifs, and then we have here some bodies. So it's much, for me at least, it's much easier to look at. So I really hope that we can preserve the spacing, and the EA code also has the spacious, so I think that's desirable. Here the code uses compacted scopes which condense the code. This makes the code more difficult to look at because everything is so tightly packed together. It also greatly mismatches the formatting. Also mismatches with the formatting of the original EA source code, which presents the code with much more generous spacing, easing the work on the eyes. Okay, yeah, so that's my suggestion. Then, what's about the compilation? We got another error. Cannot open include file, compression.h. Okay. Which file is that? Game engine. Game engine wants to open compression. Game engine. Game engine. That's generals. Okay. Generals. So we are looking at game engine generals. We are already in there. Look at that. Here, compression. Do we open Z compression? I think so. I have here some notes from compression. Yeah, okay. I think we have to put it like this, and then it may work. Good. Next. What do we do next? Back to the code. Okay, so we have this. Next. Okay, here we have one of these things. Hold on. Yeah. So here we have a packing which I'm not a fan of. This kind of packing here. Yeah. Set ASCII string. I try to find a good example here, but I'm not seeing it right now. Oof. I think here we have a case. Yeah. Let me break that down. It belongs in here. Argument packing. Okay, so Simon 3 or 4 argument packing variations for function declaration, function calls. Okay, so this is bad. Yeah, let's take this. So we have here some void function. dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. So bad. Here is another example of too many packing variations, making it hard to look at, making it harder to look at. CPP. Good. So here is here packing variation 1. Then here's the next one, packing variation 2. Then here is another one, packing variation 3. Well, it's not quite the same thing. So this one is a function call, this one macro function. Yeah, so this is different. Picking 1. Picking variation 3. Picking variation. Unpleasant picking. Picking variation 1. Standards. Standards. 1, 2, 1. Picking variation 1, picking variation 2. Unpleasant picking. Okay. There is another thing. Let's check the compilation first, though. It's still busy. Okay. We make good use of our time. Instead of waiting for the compilation, we do some other stuff. So there's that. Let me go back here. There's another thing that just comes to mind, and that is empty functions. So let's go, we search for some empty function. What about we could just add one empty function. Let's search for this pattern here. There we go. Yeah. Let me see. So this would be inline scoping in empty function scopes in CPP. Clang-format may be configured to do this in a CPP. This means if a user types a function body, then plans to write something in it, but saves his file and then plans to write something in it, but applies formatting by saving before that, then the function body characters collapse like that. It is not convenient. I suggest that functions in empty functions in CPP always look like this. Always look like this. CPP, this, to do this in a CPP. Okay, better bad. Okay, let's also put a better here. Better. So how would this look better? Let's craft it. So the way I would like to see it is, this is fine. And then here it should do this. And then, oof. Oh, that's unholy here. Yeah, it should do it like this. Like that, and then picking. I'm crafting by hand, so I mean it's not perfect. And here I would like to do this. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like this. And yeah, packing variation. Find player with name key. Yeah, yeah, comma. So we have this guy here, and then mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I need to look at this in like a format and on the website. Maybe. I mean, make it a bit smaller so it's easier to see. So basically this on the first line, this is on the second. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure here what the best here is. I mean, it could also be like, maybe it could be like this, right? Yeah, one of these. But obviously the best would be if it was just like that. Then it would be the easiest to read. But it has to collapse it because it wants it. So here, like in a perfect world, I would like to actually see it like this, right? Because I don't care if it goes a little bit further than those character limits. I want to see it here because look, this is much less readable than this. This is so much easier to read. And this is how it should be formatted. So I will just write it the way it should look, in disregarding the way the formatter can be configured. It should look like this. There's no question. There's no question about it. Yeah. I mean, this is insane. This is insane, especially what it was before. I mean, this is insane. Look at this. This is insanity. Look how much more complicated this looks in comparison to this. It's outrageous. The auto formatting is just outrageously stupid when it hits, when the line is too long. It's stupid. It really is stupid. I hate this auto formatting shit. If it looks great, then fine, right? But as soon as the line gets long, everything falls apart. Yeah. Maybe we should be more generous with long lines. Maybe then it avoids more problems. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, we took already quite some notes, and it has finished. Look at that. It works. Great. Let's review what we just did here. Let's make this full screen. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so, but there's one more thing we need to do, because now what happens is, when this is built, it will create here, generals MD. It will create all these Z files. You know, look at this. Z. We should probably clean this thing up. We have all this stuff down here. Yeah. Let me 11th. Okay, so down here is all the new stuff. So everything starts with Z now, which obviously is not what we would like to have. It creates a 0hour.exe. Okay. Ah, no, that's from this night, today night. Okay, so yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to set target properties for all. So we have library, yeah, and benchmark dependencies. Okay, so we go to generals. These don't need alias, but this one does, and it already has. Okay, this one does not. So Z game engine device, is that a thing? Z game engine game how to say? It's a it's a static library. We don't see it actually. Hold on, it's probably somewhere in here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So what we're looking for is, yeah, every library needs an alias. So we say this properties output name. Ui, ui, ui. There we go. Properties. Okay, so then we have this guy. This is an interface. Yeah. Okay. Good. Static. So this one needs ww. There we go. All right. So this will be a little bit of monkey work, I think. Okay. Mass. Particle editor G. Prefix. What did we do on the other particle editor? Shared. Prefix. What does that mean? Prefix empty. Properties. Let's Google this. I would like to understand what it does. properties prefix cmake. I don't understand what that is for. Let's just leave it there then. Okay, so it should be G particle editor for starters. Okay, that's number one. And then here we will say particle editor and hold on, don't we do a mistake here right now? Hold on. Output name. Oh, oops. We somehow totally missed that. All right. Particle editor. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if this one is still necessary here. I will just leave it for now. I don't know what that is for. Good. Next. So these are fine. Okay, game engine. Game engine. Okay, here we already have. Yeah. Next. Game engine device. There we go. Good. Compression. Dispatch. All right. Targets. Static. That's interface. Oh, the monkey work. Good times. We get debug window shared. Mangler lib. Okay, so far so good. And then we also need to search for add executable. Add executable. So word builder. So this one. So here we do this. Word builder. So here we have already general ZH. Here we will have Z asset cal. Add executable. So we have app name. Let's just put that here. DE. Can we maybe put a folder here that we say English, autorun, German, autorun, French, autorun, Spanish. Maybe that's better. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Babylon. 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 All right. Next. Right. Okay, Z compress. Z compress, compress. CRC diff. GUI edits. Edits. Image packer. Launcher. Launcher actually should be called generals.exe, right? And the game would have to be called game.dot. Actually. Yeah, well. I think it's fine. Just call it launcher. It's a better name. .gen. Mangler. Let's put a space here. It's a bit easier. Mangler test. Map cache builder. Yeah, I don't know what the fuss is about all this Clang auto format. I think this is only necessary when you cannot trust the programmers to set up reasonable formatting on their own, right? If you have no trust, then you do this. If you can't trust that they create reasonable formatting by hand, then you wouldn't need this formatter. All right. So yeah, it's I understand. It's unfortunate. French, Spanish. Okay. Man, so much. We still need to add the tools, some tools for generals, and then we might be done here with the cmake setup. I don't see any other action item, really. As long as both compile, everything's good. Both games, then I think that's good. Hold on, World Builder is down here already. Yeah, there we go. So we have World Builder here. Let's look at Particle Editor once more. Or Generals. Generals is... Okay, it goes as Generals. World Builder goes as... World Builder. Yeah. Generals goes here. This is General 0 hour, General ZH, yeah. Yeah, I think that is good. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's save all files, okay. Let's compile. This will probably take a while again. Good, let's see if we want to comment on anything else in here. Is there any other pain point that I have? Probably. I think that, but I think these are the biggest pain points. Yeah. Any other things? I think that's already good for starters. Yeah. Yeah, let's take this stuff here and put it in here. Okay, then we have this guy down here and we move it to indentation here. There we go. Okay, let's preview this. Oof. Something went horribly wrong. Is this a wrong? Huh. Ah, right. CPP. Bad. Okay, so maybe we remove this ... Maybe we just make it like so. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good. So, scene in Cime Clang-format setup. Clang-format pain points. Constructor initializer. Bad, better. Let's make it lowercase. Bad, better. Bad, yeah. Okay, the better is missing some. Yeah, better. Constructor initializer. I think colon and comma should precede the variable initializer on the same line. Otherwise, it looks unholy when adding a macro, for example. It also means adding a new initializer at the end of the list requires touching 2 lines instead of 1. Yeah. Better. Argument pack, bad. Colon and comma, ideally precede. Here, Sims, Clang, format, setup, has 3 or 4 argument packing for function. Standard, packing variation 1, packing variation 2. This is a bit hard to read. Let's do it all caps, standard. Packing variation 1, packing variation 2. Standards. Well, we can just remove the comments here. Okay, let's see that again. Again, packing standard, packing variation 1, packing variation 2. Maybe we should move this comment. Move this comment. Move this comment here. Okay. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I think this is much better because now we have consistent packing, just 2. Set it on 2 packing variation only with consistent indentation for arguments. Yeah. I think this is superior. Bad. Here's another example of too many packing variations making it harder to look at. 1, 2. Let's go back to writes. So here, packing variation 1, packing variation 2, unpleasant packing. Okay. Better. This would be great. If it would look like this, would be amazing. Yeah. Indentation spaces. Simon uses 4 spaces as indentation. I recommend that leading indentation is made with tabs because this allows the user to configure the tab size in his text editor. Some user may prefer 2-character wide indentation, while another user may prefer 4 characters. Code density. Here the code uses compact scopes which condense the code. This makes the code more difficult to look at because everything is so tightly packed together. It also greatly mismatches with the formatting of the original EA source code, which presents the code with much more generous spacing, easing the work on the eyes. Bad. Better. Empty function scopes in CPP. Clang-format may be configured to do this in a CPP. This means if a user types a function body, then plans to write something it, but applies formatting by saving before that, then the function body character collapses like that. It's not convenient. I suggest that empty function CPP always look like this. There is an error. CPP is missing here. And here, by saving the file before that, then the function body characters collapse like that. Yeah. Here are my observations from working with Cime with the Clang format setup in the Thyme project and Descendants. Yeah. Here are my observations from working with the Clang format setup in this. It may not be complete. It may be incomplete, in which case I will append more when I remember. Let's just say it may be incomplete. Here are my observations from working with the Clang format setup in the Cime project and its descendants. It may be incomplete. Okay, argument packing, bad, better, bad, better. Indentation spaces, code density, bad, better, empty. Okay, yeah, so that's the first thing, argument packing. Yeah, this one is for me one of the biggest offenders, argument packing. Yeah, if we sort the argument packing, which I did in the unassemblized Clang format, then it's all good. Code density. Yeah. Let's clarify that these are my personal Clang format pain points. Set up from the Cime project and its descendants, maybe incomplete. Yeah, so the biggest things for me are these curly brackets for the scoping, the tightness, and the packing. These are the two biggest offenders for me in the Clang format from Thyme. Yeah, this one is not such a big deal. This one is also not a big deal because I'm okay with 4 spaces. And this one is also not the end of the world, but yeah, I think this is much better, yeah, than this, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's add this comment. We have an error, by the way. Auto run. Cannot open file. English auto run. Huh. Let me check that. Okay, let's comment this. I hope programmers will care to be comment or not. Yeah, it's here. Okay, good. Okay. Good. All right. So we got that. Good. We have a compile error. English auto run. Auto run. Where's it? Auto run. Auto run. Must be somewhere here, no? Here. Auto run. Yeah. Okay. So it's complaining about this one. Let me see. Is that because, let's see, codes, tools, auto run. Oh, hold on. It is in build, okay. Okay, so where's this build? Hold on. Here. So the question is, can I put it into a subfolder here or not? Doesn't look like it. Let me Google for this, or web search, let's say. Properties output name with folder. Change the name of the output binary. Output name suffix. Suffix is for that. Properties executable A, properties output name. You can put them together like that. Oh, I see. So output name dot suffix var name. Output directory. Archive. Proper cmake properties. Oh, what was it? Directory. Let's search for that. Directory. Parent directory. Archive. Okay. Okay. Working parent. Okay, so what does this do? Output directory in which to build archive target files. What is an archive file? Like a zip file or what? Huh? I'm not sure if that is what we look for. Here, manually set the cmake output folder. Runtime. Archive output directory. Archive tiles should be built. Output artifact. lib a. DLL, DLL. Does this also include an executable? Let's try this. I don't know if it will work. So we go to here. So we say output directory. We take here English, German, French, Spanish. I'll remove this here. Okay. Okay. Then we take this here. Oof. 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 And then we take this one here, do the same here, and hope for the best. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Let's see. Patch grabber. Okay. And we also do suffix. Properties suffix. And we put that here. DLA. There we go. Suffix. And what about a prefix? So we can put the prefix here. Oops. Okay. Okay. Let's see if that builds. All right, good. Yeah, I mean, if we can nail the code formatting, I'm perfectly happy with it. So basically I reached out, so W3D Hub, which will have a fork for Renegade. So I reached out and asked them how they want to do their formatting, because if we do like collaboration with them, then it probably would be a good idea to have make an effort to have it consistent, right? The formatting. Yeah. So it looks to me like OmniBlade is very much in favor of formatting. Zenbreaker as well. He as well. And yeah, so 3 people are in favor. From my side, I'm on the fence. Either way is fine for me. No formatting or formatting. Yeah, it might be just a complication for outside collaborators, because then they have this this barrier of the formatter, right? But it's good for inside contributors, because then yeah, formatting makes things easier to look at, I guess. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Then yeah, let's let it compile. What's the time? 1 hour 45. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Copy this. Oh, he changes a lot of things here. Oof. Removes a lot of files. Huh. How many commits does he already have? Let me see. Let me see. 160 already. He's powering through there. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Good. Then. Good. That has compiled successfully. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it has not put the stuff in a folder. By the looks of it. No. No folder. No folder. Yeah, it looks like this archive thingy doesn't work. I don't know. Archive, this one. I don't know how to put it. Then let's do the what we had before. En D FR ES. Right. Right. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got En, DE, FR, and ES. Good. I would say we clean up here this entire folder. We delete it, and then so we go up here, and then we do build we generated a new here with this one with all tools. Yeah. Let's do a build generals tools on. Okay. Yeah, I would like to have a clean build to see like the files in there. Okay, so we delete this guy. Yeah. Then we do this one here. Generate. And then okay. And then we build it. Okay. Oh. Oops. City builds VC6 and builds. Good, then we let it build. I will take a break now, and then next session we take a look and then we submit it. Yeah? Yeah, good. Then wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.